Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Polar.Sky, my pronouns are he, they. This is the local college dropout channel, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a reading for this week ahead for y'all, through the 5th, from the 5th to the 9th. And we're going to go ahead and pull for just 3 things that's gonna happen this week for you. Okay, my card already came out. So we have the 3 of Wands. 3 things that are happening for you this week. What's going on? Wow. Page of Wands. And the last one, Page of Swords. And the bottom of the deck is the 10 of Cups. That was fast. And, okay, so I'm already getting, as soon as the 3 of Wands came out, I was getting new beginnings. I don't typically associate the 3 of Wands particularly with new beginnings. Sometimes I'll see it as kind of looking back at what you've already created, and sometimes it does give more of a new beginning energy, as far as like looking forward at like the fertile land that you have and what you want to make of it. So that's the kind of energy I'm getting from the 3 Wands, but like through that lens. But there's a heavy emphasis on new beginnings, because it feels like it's not just an imagining of what am I gonna plant, what kind of seeds am I gonna lay down. It feels more so like you're finally beginning to see some of your harvest. You're finally beginning to see some of the seeds that you already planted, past winters ago, finally begin to sprout. And there is still this sense of, what am I going to do with this? But it's more so like from a space of, okay, I'm going to harvest this, and how can I sustain this going forward? What can I make with this? A metaphor, an example I'm seeing is like you have berries, or like strawberries or something, and they're finally coming to bear fruit. It's that season, and you're like, I'm gonna make a strawberry jam, and I'm gonna make a pie, and I'm gonna make strawberry milk. Like, it's more like that. And also, but it's not just all these different things I want to create from this one thing, but it's also like I'll make a large batch of strawberry milk, and maybe I'll like turn them into ice cubes, and so then I can freeze them and then use them whatever, so then it lasts for even longer. It's that kind of mindset, as far as the looking forward. So there's going to be some harvest coming in for you this week, where you're going to be able to really imagine and imagine what sustainability will be like, and finally be given the fruit so that you can turn that into reality. Also, when I when these cards first came out, and I said, wow, that was fast, I kind of get that feeling as well. That like felt very intuitive. um so that may be a feeling that you experienced this week, is like everything could have felt like it was going wrong, and like for so long, like this could have been like for the past like 6 months or something, the past year. I feel like especially the past like 6 to 8 months for some of y'all, it could have just felt like everything was going wrong. But all of a sudden, it's like the tides are finally shifting for you this week, and you're going to see that in your physical reality. You're going to feel that in your physical reality. You're going to be like, wow, that was fast. And then it's just going to keep going along. Especially with the emphasis on like the 10 of Cups, like that is pure emotional fulfillment and joy. And oh my God, under it, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so the wheel is finally turning in your favor, and it's gonna happen like at a drop of a hat, in the blink of an eye, both for yourself and for others around you. I feel like there may have been people who are perceiving like your hard times, and a lot of perceiving, a lot of perception, not too much like doing. So I don't know, that's something that I feel like some of y'all should be wary of this upcoming week, as things finally begin to shift in your favor. Is there may be people who was really just watching you go through it, but wasn't really doing anything to like assist you or support you, or to even help brighten your day, while you're going through it, and validate you. who are all of a sudden gonna be all up in your ass just because. Excuse my language, y'all, but it just feels like that. Like as soon as like they see you on the up and up, so trust your intuition, trust your discernment. Personally, I'm gonna say don't trust that. Don't trust people who are like that. But it's free will at the end of the day. You ain't gotta listen to me. You're grown. You're grown as adult. So, anyways, moving on. We got the Page of Wands also coming out for you this week. So yeah, this feels, the word destiny is coming to mind. So it feels like a realignment in your destiny, or feeling like you are on your destined path again. Again, you may have felt like you were like off. What's that phrase? Walking, walking the beaten path, walking the broken path. I don't remember, one of those, but it just felt like you were not in line with the life that you imagine for yourself. But all of your actions, especially, again, there's something about 6 to 8 months, these past 6 to 8 months, where things actually could have felt like, you fell off for real, but you are still doing very aligned actions. It feels like, and it like you're finally going to get that affirmation and that confirmation from the world around you that like you have been doing what you need to do. You are on your aligned path. Sometimes we need a sidestep to get back on, you know, to walk around an obstacle. Sometimes that obstacle is meant to be there because you're supposed to learn a different way, you know. So it's really feeling like this upcoming week, you are going to really experience that sensation and that feeling in your body, of being very like aligned and embodied in that alignment for yourself in your life path. Despite what's going on, I want to say in the world, because there may be some other things too. I mean, I know there's other things. We ain't got to talk about Venezuela right now. Check the links in my bio down in the description to stay updated on stuff and, to connect with certain organizations. Um, I digress. Um, but it just seems like there's going to be a lot of things going wrong for people around you, or maybe in the world around you, that you are noticing, and it's important to notice that, and to be aware of that. Um, and at the same time, it's going to be kind of like this weird dichotomy, because your life is finally going to start going well. And I also want to say, because if you haven't checked out one of my previous videos about how to be a master manifester as an anti-capitalist, um, a lot of my belief systems as far as manifestation and great things that happen in our life and what we're in our aligned path and da da da. And I say this constantly to people, and as one of my core belief systems, and I think that is just a space that would be important if more people incorporated this into their belief system. But when you win, everyone wins. Like that is something that you can share. So by that I mean, how do I want to say this? When you are experiencing successes, there is no point in feeling guilty about it, or shameful about it, or judging yourself for being happy when things are going terrible. Instead, what you can do is allow the gratitude of the successes that you are experiencing to seep into the world around you. I'm gonna leave that there. All right, moving on. We have the Page of Swords. Okay, so the final thing that's going to be happening for you this week. I actually want to put more cards on the Page of Swords, I feel like. Ooh, actually, JK, give me a second. Give me a second, I'm locking in. I was really drawn to this speckle, I don't know, this gaggle of birds in the background. There's going to be a lot of freedom being experienced for you. You're going to be feeling a lot more free. You may have felt very restricted and limited in the past and before, especially again, it feels like, you felt like you were not on your path or whatever. But you being back on your path means you're regaining this sense of freedom within yourself, freedom of choice, freedom of decision, freedom of the power that you have to hold. And with the Page of Swords specifically, I'm getting this sense that like this is freedom that you will know wisely, what to do with it. You'll know how to wield your freedom. You'll know how to wield your power. Before, you may have been a little bit more chaotic, or just not sustainable, like not thinking, like something about sustainable is really coming up. So you may not have like had that kind of mindset previously of sustainability. But this time around, when you're gaining, because this isn't your first time having a success, as you're garnering these successes, and recognition is also a huge thing that seems to be popping up, you'll know what to do with it. You'll know how to wield it responsibly and with integrity. And as you're learning more deeply how to lean and lead and stand more in your integrity, um, kind of going back to, your success is your success that you get to share with the world however you feel called within your soul to share it. I also want to emphasize that because, again, you should not be making moves out of guilt for what you have. You should be making moves out of intentionality and with sustainability in your mindset of what you have to share, and what you have to grow for yourself and for your community and for your loved ones. That is all for this week ahead. Again, check out my description box for my link tree. You can book me there, or you can email me to book. Tip jar is also there. You don't have to, but it is appreciated. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Have a good day.